Hello and welcome to Paydirt's second edition of its Diggers Flash in the Pan. I'm still trapped in the city. I can't get out to Kalgoorlie, but we are joined by Paydirt journalist Fraser Palamara, who is there amongst the thick of the action in the Diggers tent in Kalgoorlie Boulder. Fraser, thanks for joining us again. Day 2 of the conference, and amongst the big hitters to make an appearance today is Bill Beaman, obviously Northern Star Resources chief and now heading up Develop Global Limited. Tell me, Develop is a really interesting company. What did Bill have to say about what the company's approach is and how they're going to go about growing their business?
Yes, there was a great deal of anticipation for the presentation of the Develop Group headed by Bill Beaman. Last year he unveiled the rebrand of the company, so I think a lot of people were eager to see what comes next from the company. Surprisingly, he said he doesn't want it to be an ASX 100 company. He said that he's happy with the smaller workforce that he's used to, and he doesn't want 6,000 people to command. He said that a lot of people are attracted to the role because money can be offered from any job in the industry, but at Develop, they get agency in the climate revolution.
Yes, Bill is always one of the keynote speakers at Diggers. Another one, obviously, is the company FMG, and of course Elizabeth Gaines in her last appearance at Diggers and Dealers. Did she just stick to her iron ore knitting and talk about the Pilbara operations, or was there a wider concept with her presentation?
Yes, it was Elizabeth Gaines' last presentation at Diggers before she goes into a non-executive director role with Fortescue Future Industries. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here in person because of the bad weather back in Perth, so she had to do it over a video call to the auditorium. She used her last appearance to call out the underrepresentation of women at the conference. She said that only 7% of the speakers on the program were women, but she hoped that the ball was rolling on the conversation and that there would be an impact after her presence. She also said that the industry must move now to decarbonise.
Diggers and Dealers is obviously a gold-heavy conference, but there are other commodities that emerge, and obviously recently the battery minerals have really emerged as a strong talking point at the conference. We've seen Pilbara Minerals, Liontown Resources, two real stellar performers in the sector. But I'm interested to hear Global Lithium spoke today, and I know you went on site with the company earlier this week. Can you tell me about that company and their opportunity in front of them?
Yes, Global Lithium is one of the more exciting lithium players right now on the scene. They're in the exploration stage and they have a really strong board presence. They have 2 projects. One is the Marble Bar project up north, and one is the Mana deposit, which is an hour outside of Kalgoorlie. There's a lot happening behind the scenes for the company. They have a lot of pegmatite outcroppings at the Mana deposit. With that strong board, a lot of people are anticipating a quick move into production and when the time to develop is right.
I mean, if we're talking about battery minerals companies, IGO is the consummate battery mineral company these days. Once just a nickel miner, but now into lithium as well. Tell me, did Peter Bradford talk about the lithium hydroxide plant down in Kwinana, and what was the general theme of his conversation?
Yes, Peter Bradford made a big deal out of kicking the fossil fuel habit, as he called it, and a big part of that is the lithium plant they have a joint venture with Tianqi in Kwinana. Peter Bradford said that now that they've got the quality of the product right, they're going to move into the quantity of the product. They're moving on to the Train 2 production, and that down the line they'll move on to Trains 3 and 4, which will match the Greenbushes lithium mine.
Fraser, there's obviously been plenty of discussion around the digging end of the sector, but what about the dealers end of the sector? Have you seen any deals being made so far?
Yes, there hasn't been any landmark deals being made at Diggers yet, but I am seeing a lot of business cards being swapped, people booking out the meeting rooms, and a lot of discussions being had at the pub after the show. So there's still one more day left from Diggers, so you never know what's just around the corner.
Well, Fraser, thanks very much. And it sounds like you need to get back to those pubs of Kalgoorlie and make sure that you're keeping an eye out for any deals. We'll catch up with you and Michael tomorrow and see what day 3 brought us. Thank you.